Morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Joel Anderson, and I just stopped by today because I want to give you a brief idea about what it means to own a company. If you own a company, you don't necessarily have to be the guy who is the owner. What this means is that you take full responsibility for your company or the company that you work for, however you want to look at it. I mean, let's be real. If you work for somebody in this day and age, you are part of the company. And whatever you do in the company makes a difference. If you don't do anything, you're not going to be around very long. So what I wanted to do is like give people an idea about what it means, because somewhere along the line, over the past probably 30 years, we've all seen the fact that people just go to work and want a paycheck. And the employee that really contributes to the company is few and far between. I mean, some of us are pretty lucky. Last company I sold, I had 35 employees, and all of them were pretty much on board as owning the company. Now, what does owning mean? Owning means, as I said, taking responsibility for the company and for your position in the company. Now, if you run the shop, let's say you have a little shop, you make cabinets, or you make widgets, or whatever it is that you do. So you own that part of the company. You have to own it from the perspective of what you make happen as part of the performance of that section of the company is very, very important to the company going and growing, right? So if you get this into perspective, you'll see what I mean here. Now, you take a guy that doesn't, he doesn't take responsibility for his area. He doesn't give two shits about it, right? Just to be quite frank. He's only there to get a paycheck. Well, what's going to happen? Well, the morale of the company is just going to fall apart, or the morale of that section, which will bleed over into the entire company. You'll start to get little cliques going on. You'll start to get the water cooler talk, where you have, these people that kind of set up a mutiny, and we've all seen this. But what I'm trying to get across here is, when you're hiring people or when you're training people, you want to make sure that they are going to own the company. They're going to own it. It's going to be theirs. They're going to be proud of it. They're going to be loyal to it. They're going to do whatever they have to do. And, they're going to get a little cocky at times, because if they know their division well, or their section well, or their overall product and performance well, then they're going to be quite frank, and they're going to tell you what needs to happen to keep that company going and growing. And, you take the guy that's at the bottom of the ladder, right? He hires in, you pay him like $10 an hour. He sweeps the floors. He cleans the glue off your product, or he puts a label on it, or he tapes the boxes shut. I mean, we're talking really entry-level positions. If the guy is not too badly educated, and let me just clear up what I mean here. Badly educated means that you hired him and he comes from a company that was not run well, okay? He's probably going to come with some bad ideas or some fears that if he, I don't know, if he rats out on somebody, then he's going to get fired. If he doesn't have all of these problems, you keep your eye on him, because if he excels at his position, then he's worth training either by apprenticeship or direct schooling of some sort that could be subsidized by the company to advance him along, right? I'll give you an example. I worked for a very big organization one time with thousands and thousands of people scattered all over the planet, right? And there was a guy that came in at the bottom of the ladder. He was 14 years old. In 19 years, he was the head of that company. And he worked himself up through every position. So you want to be very prudent in your hiring practices and make sure that you get somebody who will own the company. If you do that, then you're going to find yourself having a very good team. You're going to find people working together, because all you need is one bad egg, right? One bad egg in the dozen, and it's going to bleed rot over into all the bad eggs, unless those other eggs own the company. Then they're going to say, hey, this guy's not worth a crap, okay? Get rid of him. Let's just get rid of him, right? Or they're going to say, hey, this guy's really sharp. Let's give him a chance. Let's ask him if he wants to advance in the company. And if he does, well, you take him by the scruff of the neck or the pat on the back or whatever you have to do, and get that guy into a position where he can learn more and have the people that own the company help teach him. And then you're going to find your next great manager, right? You want to make sure that the people that you bring into your company are going to have the concept that they own it. I know you're still going to pay the bills if you're the owner, and you're still going to watch the income lines, and you're still going to, kind of going to be the guy hovering over the top of all the operations from an observation standpoint and correct things as you see them. And that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be building those cabinets. You shouldn't be grinding that piece of steel. You shouldn't be pouring that concrete. The idea is to get people who will own the company to do it and build a huge, formidable organization that you can all be part of. All right, that's my spiel for today. I'm the author of the book, The Nuts and Bolts of Erecting a Contracting Empire, and I'll see you later.